Hi guys, it's Denise, and this actually is part 2 of my Louis Vuitton collection. The first collection, I featured all of the bags that I have and kind of briefly went through each one. And I'll put a link to that below actually so you can watch that if you haven't already. And so I just thought, I have a very small SLG collection, tiny, but I just thought I'd go through it. It is a good variety in what I have, so I thought I could do a little bit of a comparison for you guys, if because I know sometimes, I mean, it's never easy to make a decision for me on a handbag to buy, but a wallet or a cosmetic piece, something like that, for me it's even more of a decision because of the price. You know, for instance, a Speedy, when I first bought it, was $715. One of my wallets costs a little over $800. So that's a big investment. Now it is something you will use every day, so that's how I justify the cost of having a wallet versus a handbag. Many times, for instance, my husband took me to Louis Vuitton not that long ago to pick out, you know, do a little shopping, and I saw a wallet, and the wallet was like, I think $900. And he's like, you should just get a bag instead of the wallet. And I did. So I know some of you wrestle with whether or not to invest or spend the money on a wallet. I have to say I do not regret any of my wallet purchases, so I just kind of want to go through them in the order that I had them. Now I no longer have the first wallet that I bought. It was a Josephine wallet, which was, at the time that I bought it, it was only available in the Monogram, and it had different color interior. I believe it was blue, green, and red, and I had purchased it with the red interior. I picked that wallet because it was a more affordable choice. It was, I believe, when it first came out, and I purchased it $390 because I was deciding between that and the Sarah wallet, and the Sarah wallet was, I think, 500 and on the high end of 500, where it was going to be like 600 or a little over with tax. So I thought, well, gosh, this wallet is very pretty and it's almost half the price. So I did buy it, and I used it for a couple of months, and it just, functionality wise, it just didn't work for me. I should have just gone with my gut and paid them, you know, a little more money and bought the Sarah wallet at the time. But it was in great shape. I used it probably less than 6 months, that Josephine wallet. And I had another friend that was, you know, just getting into Louis Vuitton, and she had a bag but no wallet. So I asked her if she would like to buy that wallet for me, and she did. And I was able to sell it for very close to retail. And then I put that towards buying my Sarah wallet. And that is actually the first, well, not first, but that is the first Louis Vuitton that I still have. And I got it in the Monogram, because at the time I had one Ebene bag and 2 monograms. So that's how I justified. And excuse me, I have my son's Angry Bird Band-Aid. I cut my finger this morning. So this is my Monogram Sarah. Now when I got this wallet, I used it for a year straight, every single day. And I'll show this here to you, if it will. I have really hardly any signs of wear on that button, which I know can get, there's my Angry Bird Band-Aid, can get kind of scratched, but from opening and closing, no signs of wear. And if you see here, my wallet looks perfect. No problems with glazing, no problems with cracking, and same thing on the other side. So virtually every day used for a year. No signs of wear and tear. And you can see this one is made in France. And the Sarah, it's really quite a nice wallet. It's one of the smaller models. I'll show a size comparison when I show you my other ones. But you do have 4 credit card slots here. You have a large compartment here, a large compartment here, and then a small flap here. And you do, of course, have 6 more credit card slots here for a total of 10. And just see, this is probably the only signs of wear, because this, of course, lays flat when you first buy it. You can see that they're slightly raised here from having my cards, and I don't double up on my cards. The sales associate did tell me when I bought it I could double up and put 2, but I was afraid of expanding it too much and putting stress on the material and it might crack. I know some people do, and if that works for you, you know, great. I just did not want to do that with my wallet. And it does have a change compartment in here. But even, let's see if I can get a close-up of that tag, that little hang zipper, if it'll show, if the camera will. I don't even have any scratching on that, and I know that's something, a problem that people can have, is it gets a little banged up from use. But I use this every day for a year, and it's not, and I know some of you might be worried, look, it still lays flat. It doesn't curl up. And of course it's empty, so it's a little bit more, you know, it'll bulge out a little bit when you fill it, but I don't overstuff my wallet either. You can carry it right here. You can stick a checkbook in there. It won't fit with a holder, but if you just take your actual little book of checks and register, you could put that in there separately, which I do sometimes. And then, like I said, you have the compartments in the flap. But that's my Sarah wallet, and that's my monogram piece, and as I showed you, made in France. So that is my first piece that I have to show you. I did acquire another Ebene handbag in that time frame that I got my Sarah, so I wanted a wallet, an Ebene wallet to match my Ebene bags. I went in for a new design. It was the origami wallet. It had lots of cool little neat pockets in there. Bought it, took it home. I didn't like it. It just looked ugly sitting in my purse. I know that sounds crazy. But I like to look down in my bag and be happy with what I see. And it's one of those snap, open and shut wallets. And so you could see kind of the folder of how it snapped, and it just looked ugly in my wallet for me, and it was kind of difficult to get my cards in and out of it. So the very next day I went back and exchanged it. Now this wallet was fairly pricey. This is the wallet I was talking about that cost more than my Speedies, but I do not regret purchasing it, and it's quite a bit larger. This is the Cistina wallet in Ebene, and some of you might remember they have the Cistina bags with this kind of clamp here, and it's made to match the design of that bag. But this is my Ebene Cistina, and I also used this wallet once I switched out of the Sarah into this. I used this wallet for a full year, and every day, and I'll show you as well. This is a little bit of a different style. It's kind of an accordion. It has a little push lock, and let me just show you that first so you can see. It says Louis Vuitton, but I have no scratching and, you know, no wear and tear on that. And even right here, you can see that leather still looks great. No fraying, no cracking, no problems with the glazing. And I'll show the sides because it looks beautiful, brand new. No issues there. Both sides. No problems with cracking. So I've been overall very pleased with my investment in all my Louis Vuitton pieces. The inside of it opens just like this, kind of an accordion. And what you do, you have a flap back here, and the inside here in the bottom is where it shows where it's made. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but this bag is, it says there, it's made in Spain. Now this one does hold more credit cards. This holds 16. On this back here where you can see the credit card slots, you get 8. And then on the front here, you get another 8. And there is a flap here. You get a long flat pocket here. Get a large compartment here in front of where the credit card slots go. And then of course you do have a, it's hiding from me, a zippered coin compartment. And then you have another large compartment here. And then another flat pocket there. So this wallet is quite large and holds quite a bit. Again, you can also, because there's not, Louis Vuitton doesn't really offer many checkbook options inside their wallets, but you can fit right in here or in either one of these large compartments. The same as you can with the Sarah, you can take your checkbook and register out of your checkbook holder and put it in that slot right in here, and it'll fit very comfortably. I don't think, I know some people want to know, and I have a case on my phone. I don't have an iPhone, it's a Galaxy 2. If you really wanted to put, you know, your bag, you know, it would close and you could carry it. I mean, this looks like a nice cute little clutch. So if you wanted to do that, you certainly would have the option to put a large phone. I think this might be bigger than the iPhone, and I do have a case on it that makes it a little bit bulky, but it fits right inside there. So, and I have no trouble closing it, and you see it's not bulging out. It's just great. And my flaps I don't have any issues with my flapping of curling up. It stays down. But with a year of use, I'm very happy with this wallet. And I do change my wallets out. Some of you may think I'm crazy, but if I'm carrying an Ebene bag, I will switch and put this wallet. If I'm carrying a mono bag, I'll switch and carry my Sarah. So I do like to match. Now my most current wallet, and forgive me when I show it to you, it's stuffed because I'm using it, is the Damier Graphite. And it is the black and gray. Now this is a men's wallet. There's nothing about it that makes it any different than a lady's wallet. The only thing that classifies it as a men's wallet, if you look it up on the Louis Vuitton website, is this print. The black and gray is only offered in men's bags. But this is the zippy organizer. And they have this in Monogram, they have this in Ebene, and they may have it in the Epi leather. But I know that this is offered in regular prints, and you can find it under the women's SLGs tab. But to find this specific one, you would have to look under the men's SLG tab on louisvuitton.com. But this is a nice large wallet, and I wanted it to match my on-print artsy because I did not like any of the on-print wallets, and they were pretty pricey, and I saw this one, I liked it, and I thought it would match, as well as any other dark or black handbags. And I also carry this wallet when I carry my Azure bag because I think it complements it. It's not matchy-matchy, but it complements it beautifully with the blue and white and the black and gray. It looks very beautiful against it. But this is a nice, and this is more of an accordion style wallet in the top, but it does open flat. Now this is one of the only designs that actually has a spot for your checkbooks. You could also put regular long bills or things like that. I will give you a piece of advice. You cannot put a checkbook cover. I did that and it kind of bulged, and when I zipped it, it made the bag kind of do this. And I was worried that over time it would put too much stress right here and maybe damage my zipper or crack it, stretch it out. So I did just take it out, and I have my checkbook, and then I just have my register in the flap behind it. And that works out well for me. It does have a pen holder. And this is one of the newer wallets that it just, I'll show you, see if the camera can. It just says Louis Vuitton Paris. So it doesn't say where it's made. I would assume it's made in the USA, but this is one of the newer models that does not state made in Spain or made in the USA. We do have 6 credit card slots here, and there's no pocket underneath where the pin is. That's sealed, so there's nothing there. And you open it up, and you do have a large slot here. No credit cards, just a large open pocket. You do have a change compartment here, a zipper change compartment, a large compartment here where I put my receipts, and then you do have 6 more credit card slots right there. And then there's a flap pocket back here. Now I don't keep change in, I used to keep change in my wallets, I don't anymore because it just makes it so bulky and it makes it too heavy. So I usually use this for my cash right here, and then I have a separate little coin purse that I keep in my bag. But I do really like this bag. I wish really I could trade in some of the others and just have this design. And this actually has silver hardware and a pretty large little zipper right there. But I enjoy this bag, and I love how it complements my Infinity on-print artsy. And like I said, my Fugari GM that I have that's in Azure. I think it's a nice complement. So now I'm just going to kind of hold it up so you can see the difference in the sizing of the wallet. This is my Sarah. And this is my Cistina. So you can kind of see the Cistina is just a little bit longer, and it's just a little bit taller. Like I said, the Cistina can function as a clutch. And then I'll just show you the difference between a Sarah and the zippy organizer. Now that is quite a bit larger, quite a bit longer. This is one of the larger designs. I do have an organizer insulate in the monogram print. That's huge. That's more like an agenda book. It's great. I went in wanting it, but it's even bigger than this. So it's quite huge. I think if you travel a lot, that probably would be a good investment. And I would say you could not put your phone in this zippy organizer. I never tried, but just the design, you don't have enough room. It's kind of a skinny pocket here down at the bottom, if you can see how the way it opens. So I would think it'd put too much stress. I mean, I suppose you could put it there, set your phone there and zip it, but there again, it would stress your zipper. Even with it empty, I don't think it would fit very nicely. And then the difference between these two, these are pretty comparable in size, if you can see that. And of course, my organizer is full, my Cistina is empty. And that is my wallet collection, and really the only other pieces I have for my SLGs, I do have the Pochette accessories in the Ebene print. This is the original. They have since come out with a new model that's a little bit bigger and it has a longer strap, but I have the old model, and this did come from Hawaii. My brother and sister-in-law went to Hawaii, and as some of you may know, the Louis Vuitton bags are a little less expensive there because they go on the currency of yen, and you can the dollar is worth more. So I saved myself about $50 or $60, and it was no trouble because they were traveling for a vacation, and the tax is also less than what we pay here in Texas. So I really like this, and this gets a lot of use. I did carry it as an evening bag for going out, but I have since bought an Eva clutch, so that has replaced my Pochette for that reason. But this, I use it as a cosmetic bag, and it's probably a little dirty, I'm sorry if it is, inside every single handbag that I have. So this gets used every day. And I got this bag probably, I believe in 2010, I think I got this bag. And it has been used every single day since then. And it looks fabulous. The only wear and tear, and see if the camera will read it, is on my zipper pull. Let's see if it'll focus on it. It's got just a little bit of kind of chipping on it. There, you can see right there. The little chipping, and it's from being in my bag and being used, does not bother me at all. And that's it. You know, this was a very good investment, I feel, that I made. And you can see on the corners, nothing. Oops. I don't know if it's a little dirty right there. I'm sorry, guys. But for every day of use since 2010, it's held up remarkably well. So this is one of my most used pieces because I do use it every day no matter what handbag I'm carrying. It's filled with my makeup, tissues, antibacterial wipes because I have kiddos, and pens. I put my pens in here because I don't put my pens inside my bag just in case they explode or they open. This is kind of, I can wipe down the inside of it. It's kind of like a, it's coated just like the inside, you know, the outside of the bag. It's kind of the same material, but it, you know, it's just red. So I could wipe it clean, and I don't. I'm really happy that I have this. This one is made in Spain. I don't know if you can see that right there. Made in Spain, which doesn't, that doesn't matter to me, but I know people like to see where the bags are made from, so that's where this came from. The next piece I have, this hands down is my most used small item from Louis Vuitton. One of the best investments I made, and some of you might wonder when you see these on the website what they're used for. It is a clay. This is a monogram clay. Obviously I use it. It hangs every day on my keys, and my husband got me this for Valentine's Day a few years ago. Every single day. I got this in 2010. Valentine's Day, every single day since then. I have used it. It has been hooked on my keys. When I have to run somewhere with my kids and I don't want to carry my bag, it's not going to be convenient, I open it up here. It does have, you can open it here. It holds quite a bit. I put my license, my debit card, cash, change, zip it up, and I'm ready to go. And I know some people hang these on the front of their bags for decoration. I don't, but it does hang on my keys every day. And when my husband drives my truck, these are the keys he takes. This is hanging from my keys. And when we go somewhere with the kids, we take because I drive an SUV, and this little pouch is hanging out of his pocket because he puts the keys in his pocket. So it looks like he's sporting a little Louis Vuitton pouch. But I do like it, and for using it, the amount of years that I have used it and had it, I mean, I just can't tell you guys how much I like this piece. And my zipper does have a little bit, if you can see that. I mean, it's banged up a little bit, a little chipping, but I don't care. I mean, it's been used. And I mean, if any of the zipper pulls or anything like that bothers me enough, I could go get a new zipper pull from Louis Vuitton, but it's just going to get banged up again unless it gets really yucky looking. I'm not going to bother exchanging it, swapping it out for a new one. But that's my mono clay or key pouch, and very functional piece. Love it. And I have two bag charms. Now this one is the Rayures charm, and it's an Amarant, if you can see it. Now I initially bought this because I didn't think it was too flashy, and you can see this. Let me see if the camera will. It has a little LV right there. And it has the claw. And I think it's really nice, and that is striped. You can see that. They had handbags and wallets to match this when it came out last year. But I thought it was a really nice addition. I'm tempted to put this on my keys and give my key pouch a rest and use it as a coin purse inside my bag, but I'm kind of afraid it's going to get scratched up. So I'm not sure. And if this fell off my keys, I'd be really mad at myself for doing that. But this, I do use it on some of my bags. So that's my Rayures charm. And the other bag charm that I have is the Topaz charm, and that's this one right here. And this is a very common, well-known charm. And I really like using this. I use it on every single bag that I carry, with the exception of my Figari. I just don't think it looks, with the design of that bag, I don't put anything on it. But any other bag that I have, on my Speedies, on my Evora, on my Alma, it's just a wonderful compliment. And it does, you hear it jingles. It makes a little bit of noise, doesn't bother me. I kind of like that because I know it's still there. It might be noisy for some people, but not for me. But I love my Topaz charm. And I do put it on every bag that I'm currently carrying. I switch that out too. And that completes my Louis Vuitton collection, my small pieces. And I hope this gives you kind of a good comparison between the wallets if you were thinking about making that decision. If you wanted to see one of my other wallets filled, just let me know, and when I do switch it out, I can do a really quick little 2-minute video to let you see what it looks like full and what you can carry with it. But I just wanted to show that and complete my collection. And again, it's DLS Mommy. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and if you want a specific video, just comment and let me know. I do take requests. And thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye.